Warning! What's up, everyone? Welcome to the ASOTV TV podcast for Containment. Season only, episode 10. A Time to Be Born. I'm your host, Dom. With me is B.
Hi.
AKA Kim. How's it going?
Good.
We're on day 15.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell's going on anymore? I don't even know. Like, are they ever going to get out of here? I don't think they are. I think they're all going to die. I think the series is going to end in like a nuclear airstrike and they're just going to wipe everybody out.
You're like, fuck it.
Yeah. It's about the only way I could see this going out. So we start off with Lex and Sabine still in the storage containers, the shipping containers, and then they come out, after the quarantine time. Why the hell are they not doing this with more people? Like, do you know how many other shipping containers are out there? They can shuffle people in one at a time for the length of every shipping container that's out there. Put them in a 48-hour, maybe a little bit more, now that we know some things. But, put them in isolation. They make it through. They come out. That takes the risk away from all the people inside. And, all the people outside. Like, all they have to do is put one box of supplies in there for them, and keep them in there. Like, I don't know why the hell they're not doing that. If they could do that with Lex and Sabine, they could do that with anybody.
This is true. Definitely true. So I just thought of something now that we talked about that, because we know that we have a new strain of the virus.
Yes.
That lasts longer. Now, he said 72 hours?
I think that's the new, because they said that now signs are delaying, and they're starting to show signs at 42 and 46 hours, I think are the times that he said, which meant that they would have to stay in quarantine longer. So I don't think it was like 72, if that was the hours given. I don't think that's...
I don't, all I know is I remember that it was extended.
Yeah.
Obviously now we know that the two, Lex and Sabine, have been longer than even that.
Right.
But it was just, I thought about that and I was like, well, now that they were exposed to the new
strand, the Thomas strand. Or
so.
Strand. Strand. Yeah. Sounds right.
So I was like, oh, well, but they already passed the 48 hours.
Right. And that's what I was expecting. Because
so.
I know that Lex personally touched the kid, and I was just like, oh, wait, Lex is going to be infected, and then he's going to get out, and he's going to infect Leo, and I was just like, oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to get bad. But, start off, the episode, we find out Katie's not sick, but then we find out that the virus mutated, showing signs 42 to 46 hours, which is everything in the Thomas strain things.
It's Thomas, like a DNA strand.
Subsector. But I can't even talk. Can't pronounce anything today. I'm exhausted. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm exhausted today. So I'm getting a bit tongue tied. But like Dr. Kannertz basically confirms this, and then Katie at one point basically tells him off and was like, more or less, hey, I know what the fuck you've been up to. And he just walks away, and he's like, you are a coward. And, yeah. So, but, she's staying strong for her kid, and, we kind of learn a bit of information about her and her husband, that they both used to do drugs, something involving peanut butter, hopefully not a dog. But, luckily for... What's that face for, B?
I don't want to know where you were going in with that direction.
You know exactly where I was going with that direction.
I knew. That's why I made that face.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't understand what the whole peanut butter thing was. So
I didn't either. I like heard part of it. I was like, okay, what?
yeah, so I'm just rolling with it. Whatever. That she doesn't like peanut butter. Neither does Jake. So lucky him. Until the end of the episode.
That was the part where you get a very loud, obnoxious no. I was like, no! Because I knew it. I knew it. We had this cute, lovable scene where the baby is born and everybody's happy, and I'm like, fuck, what's gonna go wrong? I was all like, first I was like, oh, the baby daddy, Sander, I was like, oh god, he's gonna cough. He's gonna blood against the glass. That was where I was thinking at
Yeah,
first.
it's still possible, just not right now.
Yeah, it is still possible. You're right.
But Katie.
Yeah, it was Katie. And Jake had to be standing right freaking there when it happened. And they had this cute little talk about bratwurst and damn it, you. There was no, you're damn it. Because of the conversation with her son about mustard and bratwurst. And so, fucking hate you right now. But, oh god. Anyway, so yeah, they were having this cute conversation about, when they get out and dinner and, all this cute stuff. And then she goes,
all over Jake's bratwurst. You're welcome. You're welcome for that visual. Yeah, I know it's really terrible. And you see Jake, completely break down. He has an emotional breakdown. And for me, it's very unnerving to see Chris Wood have an emotional breakdown because my first experience with Chris Wood was on The Vampire Diaries, where he literally had no emotion. So I'm like, Kai, you cannot be doing this. Like, water is not, like, what is this alien liquid coming out of your eyes? Like, it's not supposed to be doing this.
You're not allowed to be cute.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a raging asshole.
Right. And, with the news that the actress that plays Katie is coming over to The Vampire Diaries next season, I'm really hoping that kind of means a return for Kai's character because, there's loopholes. They could pull that off. But, yeah. Anyway, Sabine, a.k.a. Dr. Lammers, is under a lot of fire this episode. Leo basically digs up a lot of dirt. And Lex is, he finds out that about the sat phone and an inside on the Cordon. They figure out the officer didn't drop in by accident and just happened to have a sat phone on him. And, they're putting all these pieces together. So Lex goes and talks to the chief. And the chief seems like he's willing to help. So now with Lex having the chief in his pocket, he confronts Sabine and forces her resignation. She agrees, but she said she's going to call a press conference tomorrow. I feel like she's just buying time to spin this in her favor. I don't think she's actually going to resign. What do you think?
No, she's a manipulative bitch. It's pretty damn obvious.
I mean, we saw it this episode, the way she manipulated the press.
She is just letting everyone play into her hands, and it's just, yeah. No.
She's the actress that plays her is another character that we were introduced to in the Vampire Diary universe. She played Dahlia on the originals, and she was a very manipulative bitch over there too. So the character is crossing over just fine. Even though it's not the same character, but the actress is crossing over just fine. But she's equally, as much of a bitch in my eyes. So, but she's super manipulative, which I love. So I like the depth of that character. I really like what they're doing with it.
She could throw everybody under the bus.
100%.
She's gonna be very, yeah. There's no way.
But as you mentioned, Teresa, giving birth, nobody there knew how to deliver a baby, and luckily for them, Jake shows up and knows how to deliver a baby.
Yep.
So, Teresa ends up having a baby girl, which they named Leanne after her bitch of a mother, who had like 5 seconds of redemption. So I guess that was enough. We don't even know if she's sick. We don't know what happened to her. Like, we don't know for sure that she's dead.
Right now, it's just an assumption.
We just know that we saw her jacket. Right?
Right.
All we know is we saw her jacket. That does not mean that she's dead. That doesn't mean she died and somebody took the jacket off of her and is wearing it. Because chances are, if she died, nobody's going to want to touch the body because she's infected. I'm thinking she took it off. She put it somewhere. I don't think she's dead. So that's just me. But side note, the Bit Tech version of a wheelchair was great. The office chair, like the computer chair, whatever. I loved it. I was just like, what a great makeshift wheelchair. If only every hospital had chairs like this. You know, that they're wheeling us around in. Oh, it'd be great.
What else? We had what is his name?
Xander?
The married.
Oh, Dennis.
Dennis, yeah. So Dennis comes back, and he's infected.
Yeah.
And he's trying to be let in, and they're like, fuck you.
Yeah, Susie's just like, no. And then he brings up the baby, and I was like, wait, I don't remember them saying, did we know she was pregnant, possibly? Or is this just sprung on us this episode? Because I didn't catch it if they said it before.
Oh, well, remember we had this talk on the last episode?
No, I don't remember.
Minute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I threw it out at the last minute, and you're like, oh, I didn't hear that. I'm like, and it had this whole, conversation about it.
I didn't even hear us having that conversation.
Yes, they did have a conversation about her being pregnant, and they went to go do the whole pregnancy test thing. And it was just like, I'll sneak out and get us a pregnancy test.
Right.
So that's the first time we knew about it.
Right.
Apparently, she had a talk with him, and he knew that she was, or at least they thought she was.
Right. She's now saying the test came up negative, and he's just like, well, I guess this is goodbye then, and he leaves. Do you think she's telling the truth, or do you think she lied to him?
I think she lied to him.
Yeah. Probably.
I think she's finally decided she's going to give up on that. He's a married man. I got this.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I don't know. There was quite a bit that happened this episode, but, in the same token, not really. Not really enough to talk too much about. I feel like we covered everything already.
There was a lot of little things, and it brought up the big stuff. Obviously, we knew that the chief is involved with Sabine.
Yeah.
And that's how Lex corners her, as we hope that she, he thinks he's gonna get at her. Mm-hmm. She's gonna wiggle out of it. I'm pretty damn sure.
Right. Yeah.
And then I think we pretty much covered everything that was the major points. Still don't know what happened, what's going on with Bert.
No. Bert and, his wife, the owner of the tire company. Every time I see her name written, it looks like Michelin. It's probably like Michelin or something I don't know, but it looks like Michelin, so I'm just gonna assume she owns a lot of tires.
I think it's Madeline. I think that's just the way it's spelled.
There's no D.
Man, I don't know.
She doesn't have the D.
I really don't think it's Michelin.
Because Bert isn't around, so she doesn't have the D anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think Bert's gonna, Bert can leave, whatever, when he's able to get back home, he's gonna find out her leg is infected. She's home alone. Teresa couldn't make it there, so she's literally left alone. And
Bert's leg is broken.
Bert's leg, knee, something is broken. He's out in the streets, whether he crawls home, somebody helps him home, whatever the case is gonna be, his injury may not be a life-threatening injury, but hers probably is, especially with the fact that she's by herself. Without any rations, she can't move. She's got nobody there. So if she needs food, she needs water, she needs to change her Band-Aid, anything to keep it from getting infected or, put antiseptics, anything on it, can't, because she can't move. So, I feel really bad for her. I feel really bad for Bert. This is just bad all around. And the worst part is, we go this whole episode without finding anything out. So, I'm hoping episode 11, we're going to hear something. I mean, the show's going to 13. We have 3 more episodes. So we're definitely going to find out the fate of these characters, at some point. But I don't know. Anyway, next episode is called Nothing Gold Can Stay. Lex and Leo clash over the next move after a failed plan threatens to unravel their entire case. So, it seems like Sabine did not resign, as we had said. When word begins to spread that there may be a way out of the Cordon, Jana considers her options. Finally, an unexpected turn of events brings Jake and Katie closer than ever. Poor Jake, he's gonna get infected.
That would be the only way they could get closer.
At least they're gonna be able to go out with one big bang.
Well, hey, I guess I can get rid of that no touching rule.
They could go out with a bang. No?
Put them in the same.
You don't like that one, B?
Put them in the same room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They go out with a bang. Literally.
It's a glass window. Everybody would be seeing it.
They're gonna die. What do they care? That's our episode, B. Where can the people find you?
On the Twitter. Wow, snort.
Behind a glass window.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh God. Okay, I'll keep that comment. That's what I was about to say.
Oh God.
You don't want to know.
That's what she said.
You don't.
No, I do want to know.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No,
hey,
we're
whatever.
live.
Where can we find you, B?
On Twitter is HUFFITY.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can also find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, games, and movies. Until next week. See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so B, now that we're not live anymore, what were you going to say?
You're still live.
No, I'm not.
You're still recording. I ain't saying it.
You don't know that.
I'm not saying it.